first of all, do you still deny that you ever had a meeting where harsh criticisms from principals was discussed?
So the question, when you say principals, okay, I had a meeting with Mr. Hudson where we talked about my cabinet and the fact that I had a lot of holdovers from past administration, and I had a poor the survey, and this was interesting about the survey. This survey is supposed, if you look, and you think about you look at the history of the district.
I want to address those specifically. I don't want to address right now what the cabinet had to say. I want to address what the principals had to say.
The only thing with the principals, it was anecdotal statements that were made by some principals. It wasn't a survey. So first of all, what I denied was it's false. It was not a survey of principals. And if, I have...
You did discuss in that meeting criticisms from principals that were brought through that directly by that consultant?
Criticisms from some principals, but it was not a survey.
Right.
Okay? And I also...
Right,
okay. Right. It was not a survey. And as I said before, I have principals that are on my advisory group. I have principals that are... The president of the union is on my advisory group of principals.
You have received word of have received word of some principals who feel differently, maybe.
I would expect that. I think that's reasonable. Mm-hmm. Well, I would all feel good about John Porter, who's coming in saying to you that everyone who's here doesn't belong here. Right. That we have to have good instruction in every school. When we have schools that the kids can't read, and we have disciplinary problems at the levels we have in some of our schools, why do they not think that some of them are going to be concerned about their jobs? And when on my first day, I remove all the administrative staff from Thurgood Marshall, why would some principals be a little concerned about they could be next? So I think everybody should have expected that.
Okay. Now let me ask, let me see what so when you say you have a positive relationship with principals, I mean here, we're not talking in absolutes.
Well, they're not talking about absolutes either. I'm saying I can say as many principals that like me as they can say they had some problems with, and they were talking about it in my first 2 months. I think that's important to say too. It was my first 2 months. So, I mean, I've been here now 4 more months. So to give an assessment and ask me to resign based on comments that were made in September, and then going to present those to me in October, and think that should be a reason for resignation, to me was ludicrous.